Has fitted a heck of a lot into his 63 years. He's been a salesman, a fish and chip shop owner, and even an engineer in Nova Scotia. However, it was his career move into acting that got all of our attention. Life hasn't all been plain sailing, as his new autobiography, Mummy's Boy, shows. But he's certainly a household name thanks to roles like Matt Taylor in Triangle, Evil Archie in EastEnders, and the adorable Mick in Gavin and Stacey. Oh, please welcome Larry Lamb.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Will he ever live that down? Eh? Rubbing that on my chest. God, what a character that one. Eh? What a character. Rob Brydon, what a mind.
How
what
many
a mind.
takes?
How many takes? We did that in one.
Yeah. We said goodbye to Gavin and Stacey last year, but do you really think it was goodbye? Was it more of a see you soon?
No. Au revoir. That's it. It'll be on again. Don't worry. It will. They're never going to. No, the BBC are never going to bury that.
You must be doing another one. I know you are. I can feel it. I'm like staring into your eyes. I want you to give me the answer.
Yeah, I've stopped. You know, the thing is that nobody really knows. That's the thing. Logistics is the problem, getting everybody together again, because everybody's had an amazing sort of fillip to their lives, and you've all got careers now.
I
mean, nobody knew who I was before Gavin and Stacey. Right?
Oh, Triangle, no, we know.
Yeah, but then they forgot. But it's like everybody's got a career. Getting them all together to do it is going to be the problem. But they're going to do it. The BBC won't kill that.
We're watching the reruns.
You might have to have an affair with Rob, you know, after
well,
that scene.
You never know.
That could be your character development.
Yeah, well, it might be. We might go fishing together, you know.
Brokeback Mountain.
Eh?
Brokeback
Mountain, yeah, it'd be lovely, eh? Nice little scene with him. Just right up my alley, dear. Never mind my skinny legs. Make me have it.
Now, as well as saying goodbye to Mick last year, you also said goodbye to Archie. It was a big year for you, signing off on some great characters, and since then you've immersed yourself in your writing, and you've put this out. This is your autobiography, Mummy's Boy.
Yeah. God, I tell you.
How was that?
Yeah, it was really interesting, and in the end, you know, just because you sort of suddenly get on the scene and you suddenly become a celebrity, the stories that you've been telling your friends and your family for years and years suddenly have a sort of a currency.
How did you do it? Did you sit down, did you dictate it, or did you write it?
I tell you what I did. When I first got famous, all the publishers seemed to be... They all want to... They heard I had a story, so they were all after. So there were 5 publishers all telling me they wanted me to do a story. So I thought, right, well, one of them's going to come through. So I sat down and wrote. I wrote 120,000 words.
Wow.
And I write longhand. Wow. And I was up to 1990, so I thought I could write 2 books. And all the publishers disappeared. There were none of them left. So I literally took the lot. That's 120,000 words is a lot of words. Boom, put them in the bottom of the cover, forgot all about it. About 3 months later, my agent called up and she said, we've had some people on the phone, they've heard about your story, they want to have a look. So we sent them two chapters. I went in and talked to them. They said, look, you've got to bring this to life. It's a fascinating story, but it's like looking into somebody's journal. It's got to be interesting, it's got to come off the page. So they directed me. They made me understand the way to do it. So I went away, I worked on this for a fortnight, sent it in, and they phoned me back the following day and said, that's it, we've commissioned it, we're going to do it. So what I did was I allowed myself to be directed by people who know how to sell autobiographies to write something that is not going to be solid and stultified and basically
it's like
dull.
talking to you. That's the tone of it. It's so great. Like, it's just like sitting in a room having a chat with you.
That's what they wanted. So in the end, what there is in there's 54, I think 54 or 55, stories that tell the story of my life, and they overlap, they underlap, they sort of go along with each other. They're basically chronologically organised.
Have you been totally honest?
Yeah, I've been totally honest. Yes, I have been totally honest. But you know, there are certain things that lawyers get involved with that they won't let you put in there. So there are things in there. And to be perfectly honest, what's happened is there are big chunks of my life that are not in that book because I wrote too much. And they know what they want. They know what the beginning, they know what they want for the end.
But there must have been some moments where, because it's quite heart-wrenching at times, where it must have been difficult to actually reveal that stuff about yourself and your family. And
yeah, well, the thing is, the stuff about me growing up and what I experienced as a boy, as far as I'm concerned, if in any way by making those public, you can help other people in the same position. As far as I'm concerned, it's an open book, it's not a closed book. It's when it starts to touch on other people's life. My life, as far as I'm concerned, was given to me to live, and I've lived it, OK? And now, as far as I'm concerned, to share it with other people, You know, some people think, oh, what's he blabbing about his private life for? I'm blabbing about my life.
Over the bits I really like, my favourite bit in the book is you do a movie with Bob Dylan and you're really impressed. You're working with Bob Dylan, and what happened?
Yeah, what happened?
You didn't have dinner with him.
Tell me about it. What are you doing after work, Larry? I'm going home for dinner. And that was it. So I went home for dinner. And didn't even think for 1 second. You know, he might be saying, would you fancy going out for a beer or something?
Wow.
You could have been songwriting with him.
I could have been songwriting.
Who was the other famous person? There was somebody else that you missed.
Oh, there was so many
Muhammad
missed
Ali.
opportunities. Well, Muhammad Ali was this, I met, you know, when I was just a sort of a boy living in America and, you know, in my 20s, and I saw this guy standing at a bar and I thought, that's Cassius Clay. And I walked across to him. He was standing with back to me with these other two big guys, and he turned
Sorry,
around and started
Larry.
spurring up.
They're about
Sparring
to
up.
take us off air. It's been a pleasure. Larry Lamb,
Hey.
everyone.